I think it's important to look at that Zarif tape, that leaked audio where
Hmm.
he said that Kerry informed him of the covert Israeli airstrikes. Zarif also said something very interesting in there about negotiations. He likened it to a soccer game. He said that Iran was down 6-0, and that nuclear deal put them back 6-6. It tied them essentially with the rest of the world. That is a hint of the desperation that the Iranians had when negotiating that original deal, and the desperation that they likely have still to see the U.S. get back into it and unwind those tough economic sanctions. The Trump administration, I think, very smartly amped up all of these sanctions. And more than we even knew at the time, in the last 2 years of the Trump administration, those sanctions essentially bankrupted the regime. They went from
Hmm.
about 130 billion in cash reserves to about 4 billion in cash reserves. That's virtually nothing. So they were crippling, and I think that's why we've seen the Iranians so early come back to the bargaining table. They really desire that sanctions relief, so the hardline regime can stay afloat. Frankly, I think we're going to see the U.S. go back into the deal. I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, and I think many of those sanctions are going to be unwound. I'm actually a believer in the Iranian state-controlled press. I've said this for years that even though they publish propaganda, they also tell the truth. So I would look to them to see all of these sanctions relief that are probably coming down the pike. It's going to be billions and billions of dollars, and I can assure you the Iranians will celebrate that way before the administration here admits it to us at the State Department.